Hey guys, welcome to the second tutorial in this video series Dependency Injection with Dagger 2. I'm Kshitij Jain. So my idea for this video is to go through the sample code and then create a component, which is the first magic word as we discussed in previous video. If you haven't already watched that video, I'll recommend you to pause here and head back to watch that video first. I'll put a link to that video in description. Also, I'm pretty sure that it will clear a lot of doubts that you may have regarding dependency injection and Dagger 2 in general. Now, assuming you have already watched that video, let's continue and start going through the sample code. Okay, so if you can see, I have already added the Dagger dependencies in my app level build.gradle file, and I'm getting this Dagger version from my project level build.gradle file from here. Okay, now we'll go to the project structure of our app. So we have a package name, then we have these different packages over here, and first of all we have adapter, that is a recycler view adapter. So we have Pokemon adapter, then we have something as API, which have an interface, Pokemon service. So this is the endpoint that we are going to hit in order to get Pokemon list. Then we have classes, in which we have main activity, that is the main class which will be responsible to fetch all the Pokemon details. And we have Pokemon application class, which is main application class and will be having all the dependencies. So this is what we have to do. We have to take all the dependencies from here and move into the respective Dagger components, modules everywhere, right? So we have to take out this all code. Yeah. Then we have a holder package, in which we have a Pokemon view holder, that is a recycler view holder. And we have a model class which will have the Pokemon response that we'll be getting from the server, right? So this is the basic structure, and I'm not gonna go through whole code because it's quite easy and you can understand by downloading this sample from GitHub. What we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna code component as we have already discussed earlier. So I'll just right click on my package, I'll create a new, and I'll create a package. So this package will hold all the components and modules. I'll name it as DI, short form of dependency injection. One thing to remember here, I'm not using any architecture pattern right here or any other pattern, coding pattern that we use in Android like MVP or MVVM, MVI, any of these patterns. So the project structure or the folder structure is quite different as of yet now, but in future when I'll be creating this whole app with MVP, this folder structure will be different. So one thing to remember here. Okay, now we have to create a component. What component is? It's an interface that will bridge gap between dependent and dependencies. All right. So if you want to know about what component is, just go to my last video and you will have a clear idea what component is, right? Now we'll click on DI, new Java class. I'll name this as Pokemon application component. All right, this should be interface. Okay, I'll get rid of this comment. Now Dagger doesn't have any way to link itself to this Pokemon application component. It doesn't know what this is. So we have to tell Dagger that this is the component you have to use. To do so, we have some annotation named as add component that we have to use, right? So now Dagger knows that this is the component it has to use. Now, moving on to second thing, this interface doesn't have anything. So what will Dagger provide? right? It has to provide something. To look at that, let's go to the slide that I created in the previous talk. Okay, so there is an activity which needs Picasso and a Pokemon service. So it's clear that we need Picasso and Pokemon service. So we'll just go here and I'll type in Picasso, yes, and I'll name it as get Picasso. Sorry for my bad typing. And then other thing we need is Pokemon service. Get Pokemon service. Alright, so now Dagger knows what it has to give, what it has to provide, right? I'll just click on build, rebuild project, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we get an error from Dagger here. This is a compile time error. This is the beauty of Dagger 2, that you get all the errors on compile time, right? And this error says Picasso cannot be provided without @inject or @provide method. And same is the case with Pokemon service. So we need this @provide method or @inject constructor, right? As we have discussed in our previous video, there are 3 magic words of Dagger 2. So one is component, one is @module, and the third one is @provides. We are quite missing @modules and @provides yet. That will be coding in our next video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really recommend you to do so, because I am going to upload videos on Dagger 2, clean architecture and MVP in near future, and that would be really awesome content. So I would suggest to do so. Apart from that, if you like this particular video, please like and comment so I can get your views, what you like in this video and what you haven't. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you in next video. Bye.